Variometers and variocouplers. This is my 1921 Greeby CR8 regenerative receiver. The first dial is the grid variometer. A variometer is a variable inductor. In this case, the grid variometer is to tune the wavelength, the frequency, the station selector. The middle dial is the variocoupler, marked as antenna coupler here. You got two switches with taps on the coils for the wavelength. And the knob in the middle, the big knob in the middle, is for the variable inductor, which is a rotor coil that turns inside another coil. This is the regeneration variometer, variable inductor. It's a coil that turns within another coil. This is used for regeneration, for feedback, to make the signal stronger. It can also be used for Morse code. If you turn it to the point of oscillation, it can be used for Morse code. If you tune it just before the point of oscillation, you can receive AM. You can also tune it to a critical point to get sideband transmissions. That's the frequency selector, band selector. It's got a bunch of capacitors inside the radio, and it just adds or subtracts capacitance to change the wavelength. This last dial is for the filament current. It's a rheostat to adjust how bright the filament is, how much emission, how strong the tube is running. All the variometers and variocouplers have a fine-tuning dial beneath them. Inside look of the Greeby CR8 receiver, 1921 receiver. That's the wavelength, or the grid variometer. Here's the variocoupler in the middle. And the last variometer for the regeneration. Vacuum tube, grid leak resistor. Station selector variometer for tuning. Variocoupler for tuning the antenna to the receiver. Plate variometer for controlling the feedback and regeneration. 160 meters CW.
Is that Bloomberg any hopes of a turnaround to the Dow? Seem to be fading since it started going in the other direction.
Yeah, we're starting to run out of time here. Stocks are heading two ways. There's a rally for Apple following revelation of its automotive ambitions outside the house.
Hey, this is Dirk Bentley.
Hey, this is Reba.
Hey, everybody, this is Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery District. You're listening to the home of the Grand Mountain Opry.
long wave beacon. $160 sideband. Atwater Kent Model 9 TRF tuned radio frequency receiver. A variometer for the first stage of RF amplification. A variocoupler to the detector. Both knobs have to be tuned simultaneously to the station. Inductance tuning.
With a 100% free in-home trial, free shipping, and even free batteries for life. For free information, call now. 1-800-400-5784. That's 1-800-400-5784. 1-800-400-5784. Have you done anything today to plan for your retirement? Will you be ready? Hi, this is Dave Kopic from the Retirement Planning Show. Join me Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here at Magic 590 to start preparing for your retirement.
Westinghouse Aeriola Jr. crystal set, using a variocoupler for the tuning.
Degrees, maybe a couple of late night showers tonight. Good evening. I'm Michael Wallace.
More than just the headlines. This is WCBS News Radio 880.
It's 6 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the hour.
Sponsored Rise with the SupplyHouse.com Fan Highway Patrol.
Mostly cloudy in Central Park. It's 58 on Staten Island. I'm Bob Brown, streaming 24/7 on the all-new 77 WABC mobile app.
WABC Traffic and Transit. Big trouble here if you're exiting the city.
WBZ's traffic on the 3s.
The Window World of Boston is the choice to make to save on energy bills every season. Beautify your home with award-winning windows, doors, siding, and roofing. It's all a guaranteed everyday.
Let's see, downtown Storrow Drive East is back near the Longfellow Bridge. The Tobin Bridge has eased out. The lower deck of 93 and the Zachin Bridge are